You want to answer why, when you were chairman of this committee, you didn't bring up anything about Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, I mean, one is I didn't campaign that I was going to release the Epstein files.
No, no.
Donald Trump made it into a big issue, and then we all expected it was going to be released, and then he decided at the last minute to change his mind, called people, said it was a big hoax, said Republicans were stupid for going along with it, and so those are his words. And by the way, Ghislaine Maxwell just got transferred like a month ago, so I wasn't chairman then. Of the committee.
No. Of 2019 to 2023, you were chairman.
I would have. Yeah, I mean, if people had brought to my attention that there was something there, I would have demanded that they be released.
The victims, no. That doesn't
Well, I
hold
mean,
water.
if the victims came to us,
That didn't
we
hold
would've-
water.
we are, yeah, but the victims want the files released, and Republicans have been frustrating that effort for months and months and months. And you even adjourned early to avoid having to vote on it.
That is not
So we
true.
I want the truth out there. I want the files out there.
Taking my time back. I'm reclaiming my time. The fact is, if you had all the interest that you do now, it's just because of Donald Trump. You had 4 years to do it as chairman of this committee. You've been in Congress 28 years. You and I both know the victims. This has been out that young girls have been victimized for the last 15 years, and you did nothing, which it shows you the hatred they have, and everything's political up here, particularly when it comes to Donald Trump. But the American people don't agree with you. Thank you, both of you, for testifying. I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Norman. Ms. Leisure-Fernandez, you're recognized.
Hello, Chairwoman. We are back, aren't we? And we're back on Epstein, which is where we were before, indeed, Johnson shut down Congress early so we would not have to vote on a motion to put on the floor of the House the Massey kind of resolution to force the release of the Epstein files to the public, to pass a bill that would make it law that all of the files would have to be released. And there is no reason why we cannot still have that be a rule. And we can do both. But Republicans, and Trump especially, seem terrified of those files and seem willing to do all kinds of things to avoid a vote on that bill.
I know.
Now, I want to go into some other things, but I'm going to yield some time to my ranking member.
No, I would just want to respond to Mr. Norman. I knew there was some there when this administration was trying to hide everything. And that's, quite frankly, what has a lot of us concerned about what we're not doing here today, and that is not voting on the Massey counter bill. And my understanding is that there's some reporting out now, we're hearing, that the White House is calling Republican members, asking them not to sign onto the discharge petition. And I don't even know what the hell happened to your resolution that you brought up before we kind of abruptly left early for our August recess. But yeah, this doesn't smell right. I think we need to get to the bottom of this, and that means that all the files have to be released. I yield back, I thank the gentlelady.
Thank you, Ranking Member. And, you know, I am chair of the Democratic Women's Caucus, and we are always concerned about the fact that in this country, women and children and girls are attacked, they are abused, they are raped, they are trafficked. And they are done so by men like Epstein and by women like Maxwell. And I think that it is an outrage, as you pointed out, Ranking Member Garcia, that she has now been treated favorably by the Trump administration after saying some things they liked. And what we haven't heard from you, Chair Comer, is a commitment not to say, well, it's going to be in the subpoenas, but to have a hearing on why. Will you commit to having a hearing to determine why she was moved to a more favorable conditions after that interview?
We'll have a hearing to determine the crimes that were committed. The hearing's going to be geared towards seeking justice for the victims, not scoring political points
This is
like
not
you
a
all
political
want.
point.
We're
The
concerned
victims.
about the victims. and their request that someone finally be held accountable. Because they weren't during the Biden administration, they weren't during the Obama administration.
I'm going to take.
They weren't
back
during the
to
Clinton
Chairman Palmer.
administration.
The question was whether you would hold a hearing as
We'll
to
have
why
a
she
hearing.
was transferred.
You-
Why she was transferred after that.
We'll have a
interview,
hearing, and
and
if
so
someone
the
wants to
answer is
ask
no.
that
So
question,
the
they
answer
can
is
ask
no.
it. You can
So the
ask any
answer is no.
question. We'll have a hearing.
But it wasn't a hearing on what the question was. And
You want to have a whole hearing, a whole entire hearing, not about the victims, not about a government cover-up, not about human trafficking, but about Maxwell, who you all were like begging to be deposed, and I did the subpoena. Now you want to, now you're mad because she exonerated Trump. We brought in Bill Barr, who is I don't think it's any secret that he and Trump aren't best of friends,
my
and
question, I'm going to reclaim my time.
well, that's
Reclaim the
fine.
time. The question wasn't about shouldn't we do all these things, but this is something very specific that indeed, as I understand, the victims raised today, they're outraged that this has happened. And it is indeed a re-traumatization when somebody who has done such horrible things is then treated favorably.